Alright, 3-3, slope-intercept form for algebra. Alright, these notes are short, but they are very, very important, and a large portion of the rest of the class will be based off of these notes. So make sure you take some really good notes and make sure you know how to do this math. Alright, so we're going to be rewriting linear equations. Alright, so this is written in standard form, and we want to write it into slope-intercept form and then graph it. Okay, so we are slope-intercept form. So we need to know what slope-intercept form is. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. Okay? I've touched on this before. So if we are wanting y equals mx plus b, we need to isolate our y. Alright, let's isolate our y. Okay, so on the same side is minus 4x, so we're going to add 4x on both sides. And I'm going to kick off to side here because 16 plus 4x are not the same type of term, so I cannot combine those. Alright. So minus 4x plus 4x cancel each other out. We bring down the 8y, and that equals, well, I'm going to use the commutative property because I want it to be in the y equals mx plus b format. So I'm going to take this whole term of this plus 4x, so plus 4x. That plus sign goes with that 4. Okay. And then this is a positive 16, so plus 16. Now it's in the right format of y equals mx plus b. Now my y is still not isolated, so I'm going to divide each term by 8. Okay? There are 3 terms. Each one has to be divided by 8. So we cancel that out. So y equals, well, 4 divided by 8. You're going to leave all your terms in the form of fractions. Even if they are an improper fraction, leave them as a fraction. So that is 1/2 x plus, well, 16 divided by 8 is 2. All right. Now that I have from standard form to slope-intercept form, first thing I'm going to graph is my b. My b is my y-intercept. So the b is 2. So along the y-axis, I'm going to go up to 2. Because my y-intercept shows where the line is going to cross that y-axis. Alright. Now I'm going to run my slope. My slope is 1/2. It is positive, which means I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2. The top number tells you to go up or down. The bottom number, you go right. So I'm going to go up 1, to the right 2. Up 1, to the right 2. It's called running the slope because you can continue your same slope all the way up, and it gives you multiple points along the same line. And I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to draw a line straight through all of my points from one side of my graph to another. Because I'm drawing lines, I'm graphing lines. I am not playing connect the dots. Okay? So remember, the b is first, look for the b, and then run your slope. Okay? So, when you are doing these, I believe these start with number 9 on your problems on your assignment. So to show your work, you are going to do this. Show how you go from the form you're given into slope-intercept form. This is the work you need to show for these problems. All right, next step. We're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form. All right, so remember that is y equals mx plus b. So for these, the first 8, you're literally just substituting in m. M is slope. Remember, m equals slope, and you'll be told what number slope is. And so whatever number that is, you're going to substitute that in for your m. And then your y-intercept, you're going to be told what the y-intercept is. So you are going to substitute in the number that equals your y-intercept. Okay. So it's going to be written in this format of y equals mx plus b. So y equals, well, m. We're going to substitute m for the number that slope is. Slope of negative 3. Negative 3. M is always attached to x, so don't lose your x, okay? So it's mx. And then plus b. Plus is just a math symbol. But if your b happens to be negative, then it's minus b. All right? Whatever sign comes with your b is the sign that you are doing in the math. Only one sign. Whatever sign comes with your b is the sign that goes after your x. So this is a positive 1. So plus 1. If it was negative 3, it would be minus 3x minus 3. All right? Remember, one sign. McGraw-Hill is only going to take one sign. If you put two signs next to each other, or if you have a plus with a minus number in parentheses, it will not take it. It will mark it wrong. So remember, whatever sign you need here will be the sign that is in front of your b. Now let's graph. So we always graph the b first. That's plus 1. Okay. And then my slope. My slope is minus 3. Well, I always rewrite it and put it over 1 because that will remind me that after I go down 3, because it's a negative, so I'm going down 3, then I need to go to the right 1. All right, I always rewrite it because a lot of times I will forget that if it is just in a whole number form. So will my students. So go down 3, 1, 2, 3, because it's negative, and to the right 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. Down 3, to the right 1. Again, run your slope as far as you can. Take your ruler, line it up, line straight across your graph. So what do I want to see for these first 8? You're going to write your equation in the y equals mx plus b format, filling in the number for m, because it'll tell you what the slope is, and filling in the number for b, because it will tell you what your y-intercept is. Okay? Now, the very last section on this page is talking about, it's a word problem, all right? And so we have to pick out our information. We're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form that represents the median household income. Okay, remember slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is slope, m equals slope. And if you'll notice, your m is always attached to your x, all right? So that means they're multiplied together. So if you find your x, then you'll always find your m right next to it. And then your b. Your b is your y-intercept. Your b is also your initial value. Okay, what was what you started with? All right, before anything else, what did you start with? What was your initial value? All right, so let's read it. So it says the median household income in the United States in a recent decade decreased, right? There's a math word for us. Decreased means negative. Decreased by an average of approximately $305 per year. You notice how there's something after per year? So that would indicate per, that's multiplication. per year. That would be my x. All right. And that makes this my m. All right, 305, that's my m. And then the next thing we'll notice, we'll keep reading. It says at the beginning, ooh, the beginning, that's where we start. The beginning of the decade, the median household income in the United States was $56,800. The beginning, what you start with. All right, that makes that my b. Write an equation in slope-intercept form. So that's at y equals mx plus b. It represents the average household income in the United States since the beginning of the decade. All right, now we're going to put this together. We know our m, we know our b, and we're going to have a minus mx plus b. So y equals minus mx plus b. So again, you're going to pick out your pieces and put it together in slope-intercept form. So I want to see your equation in slope-intercept form. Now this is a short unit. I did actually go back and revamp a little, so we're going to do 3-4 and then 3-6. 3-5 we'll do later in Q4. So that means on Monday we'll be doing our study guide, and I'll be looking for the summary for this on Monday, and that means test on Tuesday. Make sure you get these done. And don't forget that with the test on Tuesday will be the last day I take any of this work from Unit 3. Good luck.